मैं अपनी सर्कल ऑफ फ्रेंड्स और अपने बिजनेस सर्कल्स में मशहूर हूँ कि इसको उर्दू आती नहीं है. So I'm surprised that some of your friends want to. Maybe I should learn like some share and be like all profound and shit in the next one. So maybe I'll start the next episode with something, I don't know, something poetic, something moving, or maybe like a gali or something. Both
Something
works.
poetic or moving like a guy.
All views and opinions expressed in this podcast are not meant to offend or hurt the sentiments of, including but not limited to, any person living or dead, religion or ethnic group, community, or country. The primary purpose of this podcast is to build a cultural bridge and shed a light on the similarities we share with our friends from across the border.
Umair, brother, how's it going? Hope you've been well. Hope it's been a fun week for you so far.
Yeah. It's it's been a normal week. I wouldn't say it's overly fun or not, but yeah, that's good enough for these days, I guess.
Whatever it does to get us by. I was thinking, Umair, we've been now recording this podcast for over 8 weeks, and it's been super fun actually, doing this and lots of learnings, etc. And I thought it'd be an interesting opportunity for us to kind of check in with ourselves and see where we've gotten so far. And because we're doing something not very conventional, and something that people have multiple opinions on in terms of whether we should be doing this at all or not, or points of view in terms of how to approach it. I think there's been a bit of a learning curve for me in terms of how we've kind of approached this all together. I'm sure you've also experienced the same as well in the last 8 weeks of us running into this podcast.
So we झूठ नहीं बोलो, 8 weeks नहीं है, उससे बहुत ज़्यादा है. हम पहले से इसको सोच रहे थे. And हम, just to sound smarter, we'll do 8 weeks. But yeah, it has been, it's been a roller coaster because there's just, the format is new, the initiative is new. It's out of at least my comfort zone because I'm, as an advertiser, I'm sure you feel the same way. हमें वो एक brief मिलती है, हम उसका कोई काम बना के दे देते हैं या कोई टीम बना के उसको उस पे फेंक देते हैं.
Absolutely.
So this is something that this is a platform that we have to own. We have our own, let's say, initiative. We have our own vision. We have our own agenda. So it's been, it's been a very, very interesting ride so far.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And especially since we've been at home, I think it's given us a lot of time individually also to connect with our thoughts and to connect with ourselves in that context, and of course everyone at home with family as well. So I guess that's also kind of influenced the way we've approached this as well.
Fuck yeah, man. उसमें तो ये मतलब, ever since we've been doing this a little more regularly, मतलब वो जो 8 weeks जिसको तुम बोल रहे हो, so now everything I look at, I think, यार this could be an interesting thing to say on the podcast. This guy, this person I'm reading about, this person whose feed I'm stalking, he could or she could be an interesting guest on the podcast. I'm sure they'd have some really cool insights.
Yeah.
तो वो हाँ आपका एक lens आपका लग जाता है, and then you start looking at the world, you start looking for these stories wherever you go, because you want to add as much add as much fun and insight and excitement into what we're building.
Yeah, creator mode is always on, no?
True that. As a matter of fact, इसमें तो so जो हमारी last podcast थी उसका ही, so when we were recording, तो ये मेरा mic जैसे setup हुआ है, ये ऐसे ही setup हो गया था, got lazy. Or the next morning, Niall wakes up. So Niall is my 5-year-old who's turning 6 soon. And Niall wakes up and, we've been trying, we homeschool Niall. So, one major trap is that all kids his age have become screen addicts. So we try to keep him away from the screen as much as we can. So usko काफी अर्सा पहले, close to a year ago, I think, we hooked him onto podcast instead. तो वो कभी वो साइंस की पॉडकास्ट देख रहा होता है, सुन रहा होता है, और वो कभी स्टोरी सुन रहा होता है, कभी वो मैथ की कोई पॉडकास्ट सुन रहा होता है, and he turns it on and he really loves it. So he knows what podcasts are. And when he learned that his dad was actually doing one now, and there's a working mic here, and he saw and he heard, so now he was curious. अब तो मुझे आके कहता है, बाबा वो can we can we make my podcast?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so then he made me push record, and he brought his mom in as well. So
Nice.
myself and Niall were the guests, and his mom was myself and Niall were the hosts. We were the co-hosts, right?
Right.
And his mom was the guest, and the podcast was about science. एक एपिसोड हमने रिकॉर्ड की है, and now he's worried like हाँ वो एपिसोड तो हो गई, मगर बाबा now we need a name, and when we have the name we must also make a logo. तो वो ये इसमें विंडोज में पेंट 3D खोल के उसमें कुछ वो फिश लगाई, फिर कुछ वो अपना एक लोगो बनाना शुरू किया. So it's it's the future, man. This sort of stuff is interesting. So I'm seeing effects of it like literally in my surrounding, in my family as well.
No, absolutely. And now you know he's the son of a creative, right? He's like, chalo naam banao.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Banate. He's learning young. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. No, I mean, it's been interesting, right? Because I mean, we've also made first time recording for you, first time recording for me. We've made so many bloopers, especially in the first couple of months building up to it as well. And, you know, from the time that we started recording to the time that we started publishing, there was a good 6-month window as well. And a lot changed in life, right? Especially because we were in such a precarious situation as far as what was happening, you know, around the world with lockdown and with COVID, etc. There was so much changing around us, and literally every day and every week things were changing. And of course, you know, we looked at it from the lens of where we were today and what we were recording. But by the time stuff got published, you know, because of course of the complexity and sensitivity of, you know, subject matter that we've been debating and deliberating for months now, the situation outside your door and windows kind of changed, right? And it kind of made us look back at you know, the content that we recorded 6 months ago, saying, hey, what's the relevance of this content today, you know? And of course, in terms of the larger significance of the content, you know, hopefully it's going to be relevant for the years to come, you know, in terms of the larger agenda that we're creating. But I guess in terms of the, you know, the references that we make, the everyday that keeps changing outside your door and outside my window, I think, you know, learning there as well to kind of keep things, you know, slightly evergreen in that context, no? Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I mean, this is not exactly the underlying thought, the mission that we have with this podcast is to bridge the gap, right? That's probably going to stay for a while. That's evergreen. But many of the references we make, I don't know, we don't know, like 2022, 23, 24, I don't know, whoever's listening to it, maybe it's nostalgia for someone. They go like, kya pata yaar, future mein full zombie apocalypse type scene ho, और वो बोल रहे हैं यार ये देखो ये दोनों पागल चुती है, ये देखो क्या वो 2020 में कुछ हुआ ही नहीं था, तब से बोल रहे हैं प्रिकेरियस सिचुएशन. कोई प्रिकेरियस उस वक्त थी नहीं, अभी देखो मैं AK-47 लेके घूम रहा हूँ. So yeah, some of the reference might seem dated if you're listening to it sometime in the future, but then again, you know, that's part and parcel of the process.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, it's been interesting for us because we've been recruiting, of course, guests for this podcast for the last 8 weeks, and it's been fun, right? I mean, like, we've been looking at interesting people from different walks of life, etc., and then also looking at, you know, the impact that they can potentially have on society, community, etc. And unfortunately, because we're advertising guys, we always look at impact in terms of, you know, numbers and reach and, you know, our blinkers on, etc. But I think we've had a very interesting experience with a lot of our guests, no?
Yeah, I also felt the same thing. So, you know, it's a person is not their follow account. So we've had some very, very big, let's say, people here as well, and we've had some people that are completely under the radar. And I've come to realize that, you know, there's no correlation between how interesting someone is and the sort of pedestal that people put them on. So, you know, someone who you've done, so we even have some people on this podcast that prefer to be anonymous. So, you know, you never know what their profile is, but they're still super interesting people to talk to hang around with.
Yeah. You know, of course, our listeners know that we publish this podcast on, you know, on a weekly basis on Wednesdays. And what our listeners don't know is, of course, that we record this on Thursdays and literally on Thursday at midnight. So because we're both night birds, and, you know, the best work gets done in the wee hours of the night, much to Barney Stinson's mother's dismay. But so, you know, there's a process, right? Because of course, you know, when we sit and we brainstorm and we share ideas over the course of the week in terms of, you know, what's fun to jam about, there's like ideas flowing through your head for the entire week in terms of, you know, you're looking at things, you're reading things, you know, you talk to people, and you got interesting ideas for the entire week. And then all of a sudden we're like, okay, now when we sit down and we hit the record button, we've got 60 minutes. How does that work? Like, does that make you feel nervous? Does it make you feel restricted? कैसे लगता है आपको?
It does, but then I think यार वो बेचारे भी तो लोग हैं ना जो एक साल जाके फुटेज बनाते हैं वो नेचर के वाइल्ड लाइफ रिजर्व्स में, फिर वो 60 मिनट्स की डॉक्यूमेंट्री बनती है. हम तो फिर भी एक हफ्ता लगाते हैं. बट हाँ, फिर पीपल दैट मेक एड्स, दे गेट लाइक स्टेलर, लाइक उनके स्पेल्स होते हैं और फिर आखिर में वो होता है कि इसका 6 सेकंड ब्रेक बम्पर बना दें. So I feel for the first time I'm on the receiving end of this, that there's so much thought that goes into each episode. And our constant WhatsApp collaborations, isko यूं करते हैं, इसको यूं करते हैं, इसको यूं करते हैं, and then the small army that you've deployed behind this project as well. Our team at 883, they put in so much effort, and आखिर में cheese, I mean, it's just like maybe a 60-minute sort of snack that someone can enjoy. Hopefully they get value out of it. So I'm not complaining, but it's a tough process.
So what you're saying is that 60 minutes is actually indulgence. It's 59 minutes and 54 seconds more than the ad that we made at the office earlier today.
True that. नहीं ये मतलब, but it serves a purpose, right? So I वो अभी मैंने बहुत ऐसे से ये बड़ी मशहूर Nolan की फिल्म है Tenet, right? So I haven't released around this COVID times, pandemic, so couldn't see it in the cinemas. The cinemas are closed. So I had a bootleg version of it, not available on streaming sites. So I downloaded like a torrent of it. Please don't come and sue me, Mr. Nolan. And I just thought कि जब मुझे बिल्कुल सही टाइम मिलेगा ना तो मैं देखूंगा. So वो मैंने मूवी देखी तो सही, लेकिन मुझे कक समझ में नहीं आया. I'm too stupid to get it. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it like 10-15 times. But the one thing that did stick to me is this concept of posterity that they have in there, whereby you send a note to your future by simply writing something down or creating something, and eventually your future self you're sending a message across time. Correct. So I think this exercise also is perhaps, hopefully we will evolve in the future, the both of us, and probably our countries and our relations as well. And then this could be the message that we've sent, and then we'd be like, हाँ यार, कुछ बातें अच्छी थी, मगर some things, these guys are idiots.
No, I think, of course it's a message for ourselves as well, but, it's also a message for our countries and the future generations that, that will kind of, grow up and become the future of tomorrow. And I think that's the seeds that, those are the seeds that we're really sowing today. And inshallah, if this, goes down the right direction and we are able to meet, the objectives of what we started out with, then hopefully it does meet that, it does meet the idea of, leaving a message in posterity for, future of time. So I think that's a beautiful thought, man.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this at least my vision is that it should, our thought behind it should expand beyond this particular production. So I would be more happy if this causes like 2 other people like us, or 4 other people, or 100 other people like us, to at least start a conversation as we did, even if they're bored sitting in the in their respective dens, to at least start that conversation. That would be much more rewarding to me, at least, than all the media and press and likes and followers and all of that. Okay, at least वो बात शुरू करेंगे, so then they'll realize, as we did, that it's just people like you and me on the other side. There's no normal people. There's
Absolutely. The word that people are using nowadays is the platform, right? So like everyone's looking to create a platform, and hopefully, like, what we're doing here is creating a platform for dialogue, and and hopefully that dialogue, as you rightly said, it starts with a podcast, but could it could transfer to any domain and any discipline, and any generation over a period of time. I think
ours should be, at least I feel like it should be a catalyst for more conversation, or for more collaboration, actually, even if it's not a conversation. So if there's more collaboration, I don't know, it should suffice.
Absolutely. Yeah, good wishes to what we're doing. ये good wishes part हम थोड़ा निकाल देंगे. I'm a little pretentious for us to be wishing ourselves.
So we're wishing our future selves, yeah. वो तो हम कर सकते हैं. Yes, good luck, boy. So, but it's been an interesting journey. So, मतलब ये हमने ये इतने टाइम में हमने क्या इसमें नई किस्म की बैक एंड टेक पता नहीं कभी बेस कैंप कर रहे हैं, गूगल डॉक्स पे शो नोट्स बना रहे हैं, आखिर में वही होता है कि वो आके व्हाट्सएप पे ही कोलैबोरेशन चल रही होती है. We've all resorted to that. But
Absolutely.
there's so much that goes I mean to anybody that's taking up podcasting for the first time, there's like a bunch of tools out there that can really make or break your your process, and we're going through the same motions as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so glad, that we ended up doing this also at a point of time where the option to go to a studio and record a podcast was not available to us, right? Because we could not leave our houses. So, which meant that this whole virtual collaboration idea for us to be sitting in Pakistan and India and Bombay and Karachi, it just naturally, it became so obvious. It became the obvious next step because there was no concept of going to a studio and recording a podcast. We couldn't do it. We were stuck at home. And how could you and me have ever gotten ourselves into a studio? So I guess it was digital Zindabad, and we were designed for
you're
success.
Right. Yeah. It's a great coincidence. You're right. If you would have been like when we thought of this and we were in our full flow office जा रहे हैं और सब कुछ वो कर रहे हैं, not stuck at home, probably we wouldn't have been able to pull it off as much as we did. But yeah.
On the subject of office ja rahe hain, actually, I had not a very long drive to work. It was about only 6 kilometers, but it would take me about 55 minutes in the morning, traffic, etc. And I found that there were 3 instances over the course of the day when I was driving to work in the morning. Was number 1. Number 2 is if I was doing any kind of cardio workout in the evening, like maybe like walking, running, etc., climbing the stairs during lockdown. I used to do a lot of that. And 3 is, in the night when you just want to veg out and you don't want to, you don't want to read anything or you don't want to watch TV, you don't want to stress your eyes out anymore. These 3 instances was actually my largest podcast consuming habit in terms of my day. Was driving to work when I used to go to work, I was doing cardio in the evening, and then just vegging out in the night, just maybe 30-40 minutes before going to sleep, when I used to listen to podcasts, and I had time to myself to really digest some thoughts and see how they kind of influence me. I'm sure you must have noticed a similar pattern as well.
I have. So what I have noticed is that if I take out अगर मैं सोचूं ये घंटा मैं podcast सुनूं, I can't do it. So I need to be distracted by something that is fairly mechanical, like you said, whether it's driving, whether it's walking, or whether it's even I'm a little ashamed to say it, but sometimes I put on this little Bluetooth speaker in my washroom, and when I'm taking a shower, I just listen to something because it just your the rest of your mind is occupied somewhere, so you can focus on this thing. I don't know. It just feels much more natural to me.
Correct. No, fair enough. Yeah, makes sense. But I think, we've come a long way, actually, even though it's been only 8 episodes that we've done so far. I think we've covered a bunch of really, really interesting people. Last week, of course, we had, Sadat and Kunal come and talk about food. And the week before that, we had, Asad and Shams come and talk about youth culture, and which has been, your most interesting episode so far.
Yeah. So I think just because of the recency bias, I'd say this food one with Sadat and Kunal, that was just off. So yeah, just letting the listeners know. So we do back channel when we have guests on, right? So we have either a Google Doc or a WhatsApp or something open कि अब इस conversation को इस तरफ ले चले हैं उस तरफ ले चले हैं. ये only instance था जिसमें we were just like, what, will they let us talk also? Because they were having so much fun and the conversation was so interesting. So, but it also could also be that was just last episode we recorded. So I'd give my vote to the food one.
And I don't know whether it was fortunate or unfortunate for us to have recorded that on Sunday at noon, just before sitting down for lunch.
Yeah.
And I was ravenous. I was literally starving when we finished that episode, and I ran straight to the kitchen and I prepared a nice big meal for myself and passed out on Sunday afternoon after that.
Yeah. मैंने अपनी अम्मी को जाके बोला कि भाई ये क्या है? Where's the Sindhi cuisine, yaar? Why are you serving me this Bombay biryani? So, well, got something out of it, but yeah. Hopefully that can result in a lot of these can probably result in some collaborations between those guests as well. Let's see. There's some stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I've been very pleasantly surprised by the guys that have come on this podcast. Like a lot of them have been very enthusiastic, have been very open to the idea. We were both really nervous getting into it. And of course, we've had our fair share of challenges, which we'll come to at some point of time over the course of the rest of this podcast as well. But, the guys that have come with big smiles on their faces, chhati faad ke,
Yeah.
very happily, come to talk
Chhati
about
faad ke.
come to talk about what they do and, to spread the good word. And I think it's very gratifying for me to know that you know people are supporting the idea, at an idea level itself, irrespective of what the outcome is, right? Let's hope the outcome is good and great. But I think it's been very gratifying that people are buying into the concept and buying into the idea, and it's giving me a lot of validation and a lot of confidence, in these early days and early stages of us recording this podcast.
That's true. Well, it goes both ways, but some people that I had कुछ लोगों को मैंने भरम करवाने के लिए जो पहले बोला था, now that's like 8 months in the process, they're like, कब आ रही है तुम्हारी podcast, रिलीज तो करो. So as a recording, like they were, some people were getting very anxious कि भाई let us hear it, we want to hear it. So everybody, and from all walks of life, right? So चाहे वो मेरे business contacts है, चाहे वो मेरा neighbor है, चाहे वो कोई और है, even my wife is like, okay, let's hear it, when will the next episode come, अब क्या record कर रहे हो, blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, I think like definitely people who are in the public eye, who are conscious of their image, etc., are conscious of the tonality and the aesthetic that we're approaching this podcast with, to ensure that it's not controversial and it's not stepping on anyone's toes, and it's inclusive in that regard. So I think there's been a lot of hesitation, with some of the popular genres that we wanted to program, sports being one of them, where there was a lot of hesitation because these sports stars are always in public light, and I guess they have publicists, and they can say things and they can't say things, and I guess there's a sensitivity around the issue as well, especially since sports is one of the biggest commonalities between our nations, of course, with cricket and blah blah blah. That's been one. Of course, I mean, there have been several such initiatives in the past, not necessarily in podcast form, but in different forms for our countries to communicate peace talks, etc., which may have ended in different ways, may not have ended in the most pleasant way. And I guess there's a certain amount of hesitation as well, because of people's past experiences.
Yeah, true that, but means to an end actually, because jo hamara, the first episode, the Samjhauta Express, is one of these experiments. Not much different than what we're doing right now. It's a step in the right. It was a step in the right direction. So even if we don't know how successful or how world changing this podcast will be, but we can go home happy or stay home happy knowing that at least it's a little effort that we did. We took an initiative, and probably it's going to make some people think twice about how they approach this problem.
Yeah, and I think, to a certain extent, it also helps us live through our values. As communications professionals, what we're actually doing is we're having honest conversations, and therefore living by the value of, owning communications in that context. I find that with a lot of potential guests that I spoke to as well, because they had certain affiliations, or their families had certain affiliations to politics or politicians, or factions of governance in that context. Maybe they were nervous, saying that we cannot approach this subject because it's a matter of public policy. My family is linked to this public policy, so therefore I'm not allowed to even approach this subject, let alone have a point of view on it, but not allowed to approach this subject in a public domain as well. And I think at some point of time, when the page turns and we're able to get these guys on board to come and have a casual conversation with us, then we'll know we're actually driving change. I think that'll be a key indicator for us to be change drivers at that juncture.
That's true. Hopefully these guys will come around, and hopefully will be in existence till then and not picked up and stuff, and then we can then probe them about how their mind has shifted, how their thought patterns have shifted. But yeah, it's fairly, I mean, it's kind of juvenile, kind of quite unfortunate that you, like you fairly said, like you can't approach a subject about a people. I'm not even talking about, like, I'm not saying कि कोई comment on, I don't know, the government or something like that. It's like, no, just it's a people to people connection. Why can't I talk about just someone who's sitting on the other side of border? Shares, it's so many things that I do, so much of the worldview that I have.
That's the thing, no man. Unfortunately, when you put India and Pakistan in the same sentence, the first three things that come to people's mind are politics, religion, and cricket. These are the only three things that come to people's mind.
In that order, yeah.
In that order,
Yeah,
literally in that order. And hopefully that's what this podcast was set out to achieve, right? We were trying to change the narrative, saying, stop thinking only politics, stop thinking only religion, stop thinking only cricket. Well, cricket, of course, we'll celebrate and we'll continue to have fun with, hopefully for the rest of our lives. But stop thinking so narrow-minded, because our nations have so much more to offer. And the spirit of being inclusive is really embracing what our nations have to offer and celebrating that synonymity. So tomorrow, hopefully, the generations of tomorrow say, hey, look, we're associating our shared cuisine, and maybe that's, a feather in your cap, Umair.
Yeah, absolutely. Shared cuisine, making a collaborative video, I don't know, singing a song together, all of these things that were attempted in the past but have sort of fizzled out lately. And maybe we can restart that process somehow.
Yeah, no, I think it started by itself, actually, right? It's not a question of us really restarting it, but like, for example, we started with the 883 art project, right? That was the first thing that you and I picked up when we started this podcast. And the idea was,
मगर बताओ तो सही वो है क्या?
So let's tell our listeners. The idea was really simple, right? We said that the podcast should have a life of its own on digital. So, of course, in its audio format and its sound format, it's distributed everywhere, and you find it on SoundCloud and Apple and whatever, Spotify and wherever you find your podcast. And then we said maybe it should come to life in visual forms as well, because we've not yet started doing the video podcast just yet, and we both come from this advertising background where visuals and creatives are a very big part of what we do, and especially since we champion the cause of digital media, etc. So we said, hey, let's put together an Instagram mural. That was the idea of the 883 art project. And then we dove deeper and we said, look, every marquee episode that we release or that we publish, has a theme. Like episode 1 was a train to Pakistan, and the theme was talking about the trials and tribulations of our journey to cross the border from India to Pakistan, and Umair's from Pakistan to India. And we got an artist from India, Akash, and we got an artist from Karachi. Umair, his name was Shuja, and who interpreted this episode and interpreted this train to Pakistan in their own visual form. And it was so beautiful because the artists obviously collaborated and they spoke about what their interpretation of this episode was and what kind of emotions really came to life. And true to artists, represented those emotions so beautifully in creatives, which is now a lovely mural, call it a wall canvas, on the 883 to Infinity Instagram page. And for our listeners, if you go and check out the Instagram page, you'll see the beautiful artwork that our artists have now begun to start doing in the spirit of collaboration. And I think that's the first real tenet in terms of the impact that we've created from a culture standpoint by bringing the art and the visuals to life.
Yeah, it's in a way you're co-creating something and you're working on something sitting digitally side by side. So the artists are sharing notes there. So for example, the first iteration, it's very interesting how they each picked like balancing perspectives, right? So one's from the outside, one's from the inside, one's a little more dramatic, one's a little more chilled out. So it's it's nice to see how they come together. And I'm sure that once that infinite mural gets bigger and bigger and then more people come into it, I think it'll be a very interesting, like I said, a message to the future, right? A visual message to the future that we can work together, we can co-create, and it can be really cool.
Yeah, and in fact, with the idea of co-creation, we've had so many of our guests who've actually stuck their neck out. When we did the Hasi To Fasi episode about comedy, we had Junaid Akram from Pakistan, and we had Cyrus Brocha from India, and they both run their own vodcast, equivalents in various different countries, and stuck their neck out to say, hey guys, what if we do a jam episode? And let's hope sometime in 2021, they're able to do a jam episode. Of course, we had, when we did Music to My Ears, we had two musicians. We had Junaid Khan and we had Stuart DeCosta, who came on board, who'd actually already jammed before when they had done, Red Bull's project in India, and reconnected after maybe 12 years after they met and after they jammed, and are deciding to hopefully collaborate and do another jam session on another musical project together. I mean, it's lovely that it's happening organically, and the connections are building, and the connections are talking about things outside of nationalism and outside of all the sticky stuff that we want to really stay away, and talking about celebrating the beauty of art form, music, culture, food, comedy, which is where we started with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, I'm just giddy with excitement to see how that plays out. Both on how it's integrated into 883 through the art project or other initiatives that we'll be taking, and from all these connections, because these connections, once they come on, we've established the connection. So once they are talking to each other in the background, they'll probably come up with some collaborative video, something, some art form. So it takes a life of its own outside of the 883 universe, which is exactly what we wanted. Hopefully we'll see more
Absolutely.
of that, and then
Absolutely.
we'll claim credit for it. फिर हम IP strike बोलेंगे, नहीं, I knew this, इस जोड़े को हमने साथ किया था. But not for the couples.
Matchmakers.
That would be strange.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny actually that, as you've noticed, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners have noticed, I've approached this podcast predominantly in English. That's just the language that kind of, comes naturally to me. It was the first language I grew up speaking. And, you have a very balanced approach towards this. You approach it 50% in English, 50% in Hindi, Urdu. And a lot of guests, in fact, that we're programming from the Pakistani side of the border are approaching this in a very balanced perspective with a Hindi and Urdu, balanced approach in terms of the language that people naturally just tend to. And it's been, very, very heartwarming for me that all my friends and family and well-wishers who listen to the podcast, and people will call and message saying, hey, that was a lovely episode. And one piece of like feedback people have consistently given me is that Urdu as a language is so beautiful, and you guys should try and program, more people who are more fluent in the language to, give us bites and, in Urdu. And in fact, now I have one WhatsApp group with a bunch of people who even want to learn Urdu, and it's now, people have taken to it so personally, and I'm trying to understand the impact on people's personal lives, that people also want to learn the language, and these are people who may have absolutely no affinity or no background with the language, but because it's such a beautiful language to listen to, I think something so small that just, your words by themselves have inspired people to open their eyes and ears to a new language altogether, that people are now messaging saying, hey, where can we learn, what did this word mean, and where can we learn the language, and how do we kind of provoke our curiosity some more.
यार ये मैंने ऐसे words use किए हैं, so I'm not the reason why I do a what's called a Minglish approach is because जहाँ मेरी अंग्रेजी पोस्ट हो जाती है तो मैं फिर उर्दू में शुरू हो जाता हूँ.
Sorry,
अभी
what
तो
is
जहाँ मेरी
Minglish?
Minglish probably a word, it's a common phrase here. So Minglish is a combination of let's say local language, Urdu and English, right? So I'm surprised you haven't heard.
नहीं, we call it
the
Hinglish
Pakistan.
over here. Hindi and English.
Oh, तो हम हिंदी कह सकते हैं ना, ये क्या बात हुई हम.
Correct.
So we call it Minglish. Pinglish बहुत अजीब हो जाता, तो Pinglish से Minglish अच्छा है. So ये तो अभी तो मैं सिर्फ उर्दू में गया हूँ. सोचो जहाँ पे मेरी उर्दू की फटने शुरू होगी तो फिर I will have to go back to Sindhi. So that's probably like a whole new level, like languageception. But I had no idea that I was saying anything like मैं अपनी circle of friends और अपने business circles में मशहूर हूँ कि इसको उर्दू आती नहीं है. So I'm surprised that some of your friends want to. Maybe I should learn like some share and be like all profound and shit in the next one. So maybe I'll start the next episode with something, I don't know, something poetic, something moving, or maybe like a gali or something. Both
something
works.
Poetic or moving like a gali. Nice. But I've seen so while my friends obviously messaged me this, I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of impact that it's created in my own personal life. In fact, just 3 days ago, there was a public holiday in India, and we didn't have to wake up for work, etc. So I sat down and started watching a film in the night. I watched a movie called Baby, Akshay Kumar movie, etc. And he's a secret operative agent in whatever, blah blah blah. He's in the I forget what they called it, but some kind of intelligence wing or of India, and he's researching some terror activities that are happening, and of course they're flying all over the world trying to catch these terrorists and trying to find the source of the terror funding. And I'm not doing a great job summarizing the movie, but
I haven't seen it, but yeah, go ahead.
but it's like it becomes so obvious 15 minutes into the movie, you know, where the hell they're going to find the terrorist. And I'm
ये
like,
साला
dude,
वहीं
this
मिलेगा.
is so predictable, right? Like, I don't need to watch this movie for 2 hours. In 15 minutes, I know exactly where he's going to go, exactly where he's going to find the terrorist, and exactly who the terrorist is. And I guess, you know, the more we talk about this and the more we realize that what we've been talking about, role of media to kind of shape the opinion, public opinion, as far as our nations have concerned, it's made me a lot more sensitive. It's made me a lot more conscious, and I think it's definitely made me a lot more vocal. You know, like, A, I'm having conversations. B, I'm encouraging people to have conversations with me, saying, guys, media is portraying one side of the story. You know, are we woke enough? Are we educated enough? Are we mature enough to have conversations about the other side of the story, right? Because we are. That's the, you know, the reality of the matter is. And it's inspiring for me that people are indulging this, right? They're having these conversations. On one side of things, it's giving people the ability to get educated about matters that they were not, you know, otherwise educated about. And more importantly, it's giving people the ability to start developing opinions, because prior to this, I realized that people didn't have their own opinions. They were fed opinions by parents, grandparents, media, newspaper,
True.
TV, movie, etc. So where does that create the opportunity for you to start developing your own opinion? And I think, you know, by virtue of the fact that we've obviously been vocal, you know, doing this on a public platform, but taking that same enthusiasm down to our, you know, like you said, business network circles, you know, social circles, family, having these conversations over there is now starting to inspire people, I've noticed, to start developing these opinions. And hopefully that guy will then go to his extended friend circle and have a conversation with them and relay that opinion to them. And I think that's really the impact that I'm seeing in my everyday and my day-to-day life. Do you have you noticed anything similar for yourself as well?
I have. So it starts off with me actually, or इसमें so you remember एक so within our internal WhatsApp group, you know, there was a so when Suvir came over on this side and I went to that side, so we took some pictures, and posting on Facebook was quite the craze back then. So I sent over. I actually dug through the link, found something from like back then, and sent it. But before I sent it, I realized that yeah, you know, I was that guy. I was that guy that I am now campaigning against, right? I was culturally insensitive. I was an idiot. I was making fun of stuff that I shouldn't have. I was automatically, you know, assuming, oh, you know, the whole thing about going to India. Like I said earlier in an episode as well, I didn't realize what a great opportunity it was. I just got a novelty kick out of it because, whoa, we're in enemy state, you know, we're in enemy territory. Oh, मैं India गया था, कोई India नहीं गया होगा. So a lot of this stuff actually starts, you know, it hits really close to home. And I've realized as you know, as we mature and as we start to take this conversation, and this experience itself has been crazy good with that aspect. I'm beginning to see that I am myself. I have changed a little bit, and I'm able to inspire this change in others as well. So hopefully, as our voices and our thoughts go, you know, further and wider, we can encourage these conversation and probably introduce a new level of understanding about that cultural sensitivity, both in terms of what you shouldn't make fun of because it's not cool, and what you should appreciate. You know, appreciate the differences, appreciate the similarities.
Absolutely. I think, you know, in that context, I've even appreciated, you know, guests that we've spoken to who said, listen, I can't do this, right? Because like we are stuck in our own position. This is our own reality. And I guess like that has been learning for me as well, saying that everyone has a version of reality that is their
Uh-huh.
reality today, which is circumstantial, right? You've got your circumstances, you've got your idea of culture, you've got your idea of what is sensitive in terms of participation on a public platform. And maybe as marketers, we don't think about this because everything we do in life has to be on public platforms, right? That's the
Yeah.
behest of marketing. But I guess by virtue of people's, you know, precarious positions, by virtue of people's, you know, surroundings as well, I think it's also begun to make me appreciate the intricacies of people's positions, you know, vis-a-vis this context of culture that we are trying to perpetually paint on top of everything. So I think it's also making me more sensitive in that context to, you know, the conversations that we're having and the conversations that we're not having simultaneously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just gonna digress here a little bit. You also have to appreciate, guys, if any of you know Suvir and can somehow scour into his Facebook and find that old album, you will really appreciate his center parting hairstyle. Oh, crazy, crazy.
Back in the days when we had some hair.
But as we record today, मेरे इससे कम है. So yeah, getting
Well,
old.
it's not a competition.
True.
No, but on the subject of people sending me WhatsApps and calling me after they listen to this, after they listen to episodes, hey, nice jumper. I can see you're wearing a Lums jumper.
Yeah. I love wearing old clothes. I just keep them on for nostalgic value.
Nice. So for our listeners, LUMS is where Umair and I probably met the first time. LUMS is the Lahore University of Management Sciences. When in 2006, we visited for the LUMUN. And to know more about that, please listen to episode 1, Train to Pakistan, when Umair and I recount our meetings in Bombay and Lahore, respectively, in 2006 and 2008. But on the subject of people, calling and messaging with good wishes after they listen to episodes, there's of course been a lot of feedback, a lot of advice, a lot of very fun and quirky things also, to be honest, for lack of a better word, that people have said. Of course, a lot of friends who are close, they'll call and say, guys, you guys are skirting the real issue. Why you're not talking about the real issues at hand? And we're like, guys, if we talk about the real issues at hand, then maybe we are, we're crossing the border a little bit. And then like, hey, if you're crossing the border, aap chale jao na, bahar chale jao, go to Canada, move abroad. Then no one can come and catch you and put you away in a prison or put you away in an unmarked sedan, as Umair likes to say.
Unmarked sedan or like a tinted. Let's not go there, lest it shows up. But ye to by default advice is, Suveer. I mean, I'm sure. I'm not exactly sure how it is with you and your friend circle, but for example, most of the people that I went to LUMS with are no longer stationed in Pakistan. They're all in different parts of the world. And podcast or no podcast, this seems to be the overarching like theme. तुम अभी तक यहाँ क्यों बैठे हो? तुम भी बाहर चले जाओ. तो भाई हम यहाँ पे बैठ के कुछ करेंगे तो बाहर जाने का मूड होगा तो चले जाएंगे. But yeah, it's just it just is like a by default thing for me. ये मुझे कुछ क्लाइंट्स भी बोल सके, तुम ये पाकिस्तान के लिए सही नहीं है, ये तुम जाके ना अमेरिका में बेचो. अबे भाई क्या हो गया है यार, कसम से.
Hopefully at least we'll get a listener base around the world.
The other thing that people, at least on my the ones that I've showed, once again it could be a purely Pakistani thing. So we don't have as many avenues for podcast distribution, so it's not as widespread as, for example, so Junaid Akram is known, the guest that came on is Pakistan's biggest podcaster. There's no podcasting platform, right? So he just does it on YouTube.
Correct.
Versus you have podcast is quite a thing in India, so you've got multiple distribution platforms there. So the first thing that people are like, what, audio only? मतलब where the hell will we listen to it? तो इसकी वीडियो भी ऑन करो ना, इसको YouTube पे डाल दो. So अभी तक तो हम conscious है. I mean, Suveer does secretly record all these conversations as well. I don't know if he's just going to put them up sometime or not. अगर है तो फिर मैं नहा धो के बैठूं. But yeah, that's what people are requesting. Like, take it to video, and probably we're going to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys can tell whether we're bullshitting or not. ना कि हम अपने notes से पढ़ के ये jokes तो नहीं बता रहे. अब मैं joke मार रहा हूँ.
No, I think another thing that people have also liked is the fact that we're able to keep it light. We're able to keep it conversational. We're able to keep it light. We're steering away from the thorny issues. We're able to laugh and joke and really build casual, comfortable rapport with our guests, where they don't feel threatened. They don't feel that they're in a hostile environment. They're here to have fun. They're here to have a natural conversation. And I think that's something that's been generally appreciated. And I think that's good advice that we're getting, that we're keeping it light. And I think that's working for us.
I would slightly disagree with you. So it works both ways. So some people, at least the ones that I've heard this so far on my end, some of them appreciated that we keep it light and we keep it funny, and we take on these sort of. So some of them go like, yeah, if your mission is to bridge the gap, then you do take on, take the bull by the horns, just go for it, take it up. What's the worst that could happen? Which brings me to the next advice that most people give me is, don't do it.
Mat karo.
Nahi karna tum, mat karo, tum chale jaoge, gum ho jaoge, and stuff. Yeah. So my response to which is, I don't feel like I'm not criticizing the state or anything like that. I'm just talking to someone who's similar on the internet, right? So if I were doing it with a I don't know, with a Sri Lankan, would that be okay? If I was doing it with a Thai guy, would that be okay? So it's, yeah, there's lots of things we shouldn't do, but then those that take risks actually try to learn something out of the process.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure if you were doing it with a Thai guy, we would have a whole different world of problems.
Okay, that doing it with a Thai guy. Can we? All right. I hope that doesn't become the title of the podcast.
Another very interesting piece of advice to move on from the Thai guy. Another very interesting piece of advice that I got is, because we've been doing this online, of course, not in a physical studio space with professional recording equipment, is that we're doing this on our laptops, right? And of course, because we're sitting from 9 to 9 on our laptops doing work, you've got hundreds of windows open there, and one of those windows is WhatsApp for web, and our episodes go ping, 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 where they're like WhatsApps in the middle. So one really good piece of advice I got was mute your tab for WhatsApp for web. And I thought about that and I was like, wow, that's the best piece of advice I've received on the podcast so far.
हाँ, ये मगर वो फिर फोन भी तो यहीं पड़ा हुआ है, उसको भी तो म्यूट करना होगा.
फोन तो वैसे भी म्यूट पे रहता है.
अच्छा, ओह ओके. अब मैं भी म्यूट पे रखूंगा. I'm sure हमारी इतनी सारी एपिसोड्स में कहीं ना कहीं वो होगा. Depends on how good our sound editor is taking those out, but there must be like अभी as a matter of fact इसी एपिसोड में हमारे जो environment sounds है ना वो भी आते हैं. अभी इस एपिसोड में if someone will listen closely, they'll hear a CT की आवाज. ठीक है, so there's this little thing, I don't know if it exists out of Karachi or not, but there's a गली का चौकीदार. ठीक है, so this road का there's this guy that is not hired by anybody, but he just goes in the middle of the night with a CT saying that I am here. He doesn't have any arms. He's not a particularly well-built guy, but he just goes around on his cycle और वो CT मारता रहता है. At the end of the month, he's going to come and knock on everybody's door and go like, hey, give me some money, boys. And like, we didn't really hire you, but मैं आपकी गली को patrol करता हूँ.
He's not an official policeman.
No. He's not. He's just a guy. I don't even nobody knows their. Nobody in Karachi, nobody in Pakistan knows their name. They just show up like every month and go like, I patrol your street for you to keep it safe.
Guys in all streets.
Yeah, at least all the neighborhoods that I've lived in, all the neighborhoods that my in-laws have lived in, that my parents have lived in, there's a CT wala guy who travels on a cycle. मतलब उसके पास वो दूध वाले वाली cycle है बेचारे के पास. उसके पास कोई weapons वगैरह नहीं है. And he's just like a guy, sometimes a very old guy. मगर वो just goes around, and then just shows up saying, I looked after your street. I made sure nothing happened.
Kind of like the night watch.
Sometimes they come after. So in one instance, this guy showed up to my in-laws' place one day after वहाँ पे उनकी गाड़ी के शीशे चोरी हो गए.
What?
So I'm like, dude, where the hell were you? He's like, उस वक्त मैं नहीं था, मगर usually तो मैं होता हूँ ना, आप लोग मेरी CT सुनते हैं. I do patrol these streets. They're like, okay, we just rely on CCTV now, man.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so there might be lots of like ambient sound effects that might come in this podcast every now and then, and you guys have to forgive us. And of course, the weird tangents that I take in the conversation, you have to forgive me for that as well. Oops.
That's, I think, why people love you, Omer.
Okay, cool. So as we move on, I think towards trying to conclude this episode, perhaps we can be a little more specific. So of course we're technically entrepreneurs, and we usually have other people doing the creative process. Here in this case, we're actually talking to each other and trying to create something. So a lot of those learnings are generic, but some of those learnings, I think, or some of those insights are fairly specific to this Pakistan-India context. One of which, my favorite is I've begun to talk a little bit like Suvir now.
No way.
And yeah. So even my wife picked it up. She's like, because she listens to, she screens our podcast. She's my first line of defense, right? So nice. She's like, you've begun to talk like Suvir, and like Indians talk. Like, what do Indians talk like? So she's like, you no longer say 30, you say 30. Like, yeah, but Yeah, that's a strange thing. And then she listened to the, she's like, but it's not your fault. It's just that Suvir has a very infectious energy in his voice, which is why, you listen to it and then you begin to talk like him and you begin to have those ups and downs. I'm more of a mellow person, right? So I begin to, this collaboration, this co-creation is working on both sides as well.
But to be absolutely fair, actually, I have also noticed a marked improvement in my Hindi as well over a period of time. Like English, like I said, is my first language, grown up speaking it, etc. But like often I realize that I'm engaging a lot of the guests in the language that's comfortable to them, which may be Hindi/Urdu. And I'm also talking to them in their languages as I'm engaging with them in the language that comes naturally to them. And I've also noticed a marked improvement, in the way I'm able to communicate with people, not only in English. So, while my accent in English has become...
नहीं, so your Hindi teacher must be really proud, man.
Oh,
be like,
absolutely,
yeah. उस वक्त तो साला कुछ सीखा नहीं उसने, अंग्रेज बर्गर बन गया. Is burger a term there, by the way?
Like hamburger?
So burger is this street term, at least here in Pakistan, which means, and I'm pretty sure it's throughout the country, it means someone who's a little more, let's say, has a more colonial mindset. अंग्रेज है वो, मतलब वो देसी नहीं है, वो अंग्रेज. It's the opposite of देसी. So अगर आप इंग्लिश बहुत ज्यादा झाड़ोगे तो आप बर्गर हो. अगर आप बोलोगे मैं चाय नहीं पीता, मैं कॉफी पीता हूँ, तो आप बर्गर हो, right? And the comparison is that it's कुछ बर्गर होते हैं और फिर उसका जो फ्लिप साइड है वो बन कबाब होते हैं. So बन कबाब is more देसी and burger is more गोरा. मगर बन कबाब कोई किसी को नहीं बोलता. बर्गर इज यूज्ड इन अ डेरोगेटरी मैनर के यार ये तो बहुत मम्मी, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, ये बहुत मम्मी डैडी बच्चा है, ऐसे यार ये बहुत बर्गर है, इसको तो अपनी जबान नहीं आती, तो तुम बहुत बर्गर हो. मगर इस पॉडकास्ट की वजह से तुम्हारी हिंदी भी ठीक हो गई है और तुमने उर्दू के शेर और शायरी भी मैं तुम्हें सिखा दूंगा. फर्स्ट आई हैव टू लर्न इट एंड या विल मेक योर हिंदी टीचर प्राउड.
हमारे लिए यहाँ तो ये जो आपका बन कबाब है, यहाँ पे इसे वड़ा पाव कहेंगे.
हाँ, fair enough, but okay. चलो say I'll try calling a few people that. Yeah, तू बड़ा बड़ा
The vada pav is the OG Indian burger, right? Well before, generations before the burger existed.
Yeah.
It's the OG Indian. Yeah. I won't even say Indian. It's a Bombay delicacy.
No, it sounds just about right. So this is what Kunal and Sadat also elaborated on. So it sounds amazing, but just so happens, once again, random tangent here. But coming back to our insights, the other thing that we've noticed, and some of our guests have actually requested to be anonymous as well, because of all these implications that what are people going to say. Maybe they're in a situation where it can have an impact on their social standing, or it can have an impact on how they're perceived, or their families, or blah blah blah, that sort of stuff. So I mean, it's just things that we're learning to deal with. As a matter of fact, the Veer Zara episode was originally so called Veer Zara because when we were interviewing guests, a lot of them didn't want to give out their names, because some of them were living in India and were married to a Pakistani. Some of them were living in Pakistan, married to an Indian, that sort of stuff. It makes people a little shy, and they don't want to be on a public platform for that. So that's a learning as well. और ये particularly सिर्फ इसमें नहीं है, मुझे भी बहुत सारे लोगों ने, some people who have tried this before, tried not this before, but tried this sort of collaborative projects before. Some really senior people as well advised me against it. कि why are you going? और तुम पंगा क्यों ले रहा है? I'm not, I'm just hosting a show on the internet. It's just no big deal. I'm not really going to huge lengths to, I don't know, do something. It's just a casual conversation. So but a lot of people did, like I said earlier, said band karo isko. Let's see how they respond now.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation. So I guess I think the advice is not unwarranted, but I guess we just got to navigate the waters in a slightly crafty fashion as best possible.
True that. And then we have to then contend with, and I'll let the listeners know that ये जो हमारा एक working document है जिसमें हम ये सारे ideas populate करते हैं. So one of the questions there is like वो bullet points में वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, will this affect our business? So we are yet to see how, this is a personal project that we want to make a change in the world, but then again we are linked to our organizations as well, and the opinions that we share here are not necessarily those of our organizations. Or let's say if we have some overly patriotic clients or whatever, right? So they go like, oh तुम वही हो ना, तुम लोग जो वो collaborate कर रहे हो, छोड़ो, हमें तुम लोग के साथ काम नहीं करा. So there's that risk as well, but hopefully this can transcend that and actually be a positive conversation rather than a thorn in someone's side. And it's just I don't know, I am rambling on, but it's been absolute pleasure. Like so I've been interacting, and some of my team members have been interacting with teams from some severe side, right? So you guys know who you are, you're going to listen to it in the edit room anyway. So all of these people like Akash, Janvi, all of these guys, we've done Shuja, we have Ahmed, we have so many people from both sides, and it just feels like, because we're in the creative business, so it just feels like it's one extended team, right? So they work, and we share notes and everything, and I'd expect, like, in a different, if things were different, I'd expect that they were just an organization that has offices in two teams, teams in two different geographic offices, and they're collaborating to do something together. So it's right now Karachi and Bombay, but might as well be just close by as well. So मुझे तो बहुत enlightening experience लगा है so far in this entire thing, from the outside and the inside.
Yeah, just 883 kilometers away,
Just 883. देखो, distance is in your mind. दिल में जगह होनी चाहिए.
Oh,
अब मैं इस किस्म के truisms बोलता रहूंगा उर्दू में, just to impress my
all your fans in India.
Yeah, of course.
No, but I mean, I think
burger नहीं हूँ.
Vada pav. But I think more than anything, I think it's just been so much fun, because we're talking to some interesting people, we're getting to unfold very interesting and creative personalities. We're obviously learning so much as we go in terms of the similarity of our people and our cultures and our history and our heritage. And there's so much shared past and so many shared sentiments between the people. And I think it's just been so much fun for me, right? On one hand, to obviously have this conversation with you every week, and then and then it comes to life in the other 6 days when you go out and you meet people and they talk to you about it, and they're like, dude, what's your inspiration? Why are you doing this? And every day you're turning someone's new leaf, someone somewhere.
True.
And it's just it's been so much fun, and I think it's really it's been accelerated by the fact that as creators, because both you and me, like you said at the beginning of this episode, have been in an entrepreneurial profile, kind of a business profile of sorts, and now we're putting our creator hats on, but there's no client brief.
ये तो है, briefless project है ये.
Yeah, it's okay. Briefless. That's one way to look at it. You're going back to your Thai massage, aren't you?
For the record, I hate it. Rabia, if you're listening, I hate it.
No, I think it's been so much fun for us to, in that context, take our creativity in the directions that we want to, as opposed to being guided and told where we should kind of go with this. And hopefully it gives us that flexibility to continue taking it in newer directions and newer dimensions with every week and with every new episode that we launch.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Looking forward. Hopefully we have the support of our audiences as well. And we should probably make this a little more community centric. So we do have our own plans in terms of, these are the guests we're looking at, or these are the topics that we want to touch upon. But for whoever is listening, if you want to strike a conversation, use us to strike a conversation in a certain direction, we'd love to take it on. So this is an inherently digital project. We're all in the world of social media anyway, so drop us a DM, a email, a WhatsApp, or whatever it is, and we'll try to address that, or at least probe into that issue here on 883.
Yeah, like we said earlier, 883 is a platform for you to participate and you to connect with interesting people on the other side of the border. So if you have ideas, you'd like to make connects, write to us. We're happy to enable these connects. If you want to participate in the 883 art project, please feel free to write to us and send in your artworks on episodes. We'll send you themes for what we're talking about. If you'd like to hear from certain guests, on certain subjects, give us recommendations. If you have questions for us, write into us, and we're happy to take your questions, either for Umair or for myself, or for the guests that come on our show. And this is really about building a dialogue and really about uniting our communities. And it wouldn't be possible without all of you, our listener base.
Woo! इस एपिसोड में मैंने बाकी बहुत बोला है, बकवास की है, तो बस यहाँ पे I will end it at this. So we thank you so much for suggesting that we do this one-to-one again. I think every now and then, I mean, guests are nice, but we should do this because it allows us to probe the corners of our own brains and figure out where we want to take this, all the learnings that we've done, and hopefully we can build on this foundation much better as we go along.
Absolutely. Until next week, Umair.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.